The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by
Mingy Beef Jerky,
Clark's Pump and Shop, Whitaker Bank, Roberts Insurance, Crown Trophy, Sutherland Chevrolet, Rafferty's, Double Dogs, and by Prep Spin.
Well, I'm Gary Ball, your host of the Scholastic Ball Report. Welcome to the show today. We've got a great lineup for you. As always, we have a feature from WKYT. The Roberts Insurance Team of the Week is the KHSAA State Champion Girls Wrestling Team from Lafayette High School. The Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete, basketball player Madeline Settles from George Rogers Clark High School. From Nicholasville, we go down I-27 for the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. It's great sports highlights. The Clark's Pump and Shop legend, Randy Wilson, longtime high school sports broadcaster, Part 2. We know what you want. You want game time with Brian Bynum, Lee K. Howard, Lindsey Goff. Here we go.
Of the KHSAA Girls Sweet 16, Taylor County and Douglas. First half, Taylor County getting on the board first. Kennedy Diener gets it on the wing, just beats her defender off the dribble. Diener led all scorers with 25. Lady Cardinals had to contend with Douglas's Jaylee Knowles, and the Cards didn't have many answers. Knowles driving, scoring the Broncos with a 31-24 lead at the break. Second half, Broncos in transition. It's Reagan Gregoins ahead to Knowles. Douglas out to a 9-point lead. Then off the Douglas miss, Knowles the board and the putback, 21 points, 11 rebounds. Douglas advances to Saturday, 61-53 the final.
No matter who you cheer for or what the sport,
Clark's Pump and Shop is there to support the young people who play.
Whether it's a snack on the way to the game or restocking on the way home, Clark's is the winning stop. And whether you're choosing from drinks, chips, or a one-of-a-kind crispy, crunchy chicken, you'll be a winner no matter what the scoreboard says.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Nearly 1 in 4 U.S. consumers have been a victim of identity theft, even when they did all the right things to protect their personal information.
I did everything right, but an institution that had my data didn't, and now my identity's been stolen.
Banks, hospitals, employers, and other institutions all have your personal information too, and when they're exposed, careful monitoring of your accounts and credit won't be enough.
$110,000 of my hard-earned money gone.
The stakes are high, and even if you take steps to protect your personal information, you're not the only one who has it. Only LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second, alerting you to the widest volume of threats. And if you become a victim, a dedicated U.S.-based identity restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed. Plus, all LifeLock members are backed by the LifeLock $1 Million Protection Package, including reimbursement for stolen funds. Call now or go online and use promo code 35TV to save 35% off an annual plan for your first year.
Wednesday evening, George Rogers Clark students and staff made the trip from Clark County to support their Lady Cardinals.
I think that the recognition in media over girls sports increasing has definitely helped people get more excited to come to girls' games.
Inside, fans filled Rupp Arena with electric energy as the Lady Cardinals beat out the Lady Cats.
Whether fans are here cheering on the Lady Cardinals or the Lady Broncos, they all agree showing up and showing out for the Sweet 16 is all about supporting girls basketball.
Wayne Marshall says his family connections to Frederick Douglass High School's coaching staff brought him out, but his daughter's new love of basketball is an added bonus.
This is her first year. She's trying basketball, so we trying to get her into basketball, so hopefully she'll play for DJ. So we bring her to the games, you know what I'm saying, and try to watch her play.
In Lexington, Madison Carmouche, WKYT.
Well, welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report as we honor the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week, the first KHSAA state champion girls wrestling team from Lafayette High School. With us is wrestling coach William Green, two of his wrestling team members. Welcome into the show, Coach.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Coach Green, Lafayette is the first KHSAA girls state wrestling team champion. What does that mean to you and the school?
Gary, I want to say it means a heck of a lot for us because when you think about it, not just for Lafayette, but for the city of Lexington, the county, past 60 years, Fayette County has never had a state wrestling championship team, either girls or boys. So it speaks volumes for us, and we just thank God that we were able to do it.
How did you build the interest in the girls wrestling at Lafayette?
Well, we started with two, which started with Amy and her cousin, but the following year, I had an announcement that was made, and what I said, try to be, let's be Lafayette's first. Let's go down in history to see if we can do something with this sport. And they came out. We had a few came out, and then tried to get them to get their friends as well. So they too came, and we've been successful with what we did bring to the surface.
How many girls did you have come out for wrestling this year?
We have approximately we started out with maybe about 18 to 20 and ended up with about 11 altogether. And those 11 that stuck with it are, totally dedicated into the program.
Talk about what you've achieved with your wrestlers so far this year.
Well, we have come a long way. Our mantra this year was to believe and just do your part. And what we try to do is make certain that they follow that. And when we say believe, it's easier said than done. But then we say do your part. And what we're trying to tell them, if they don't worry about anybody else, just worry about yourself. If you do your job, losing weight, getting on the match, learning what you need to do, we will be all right. And when everybody links in and does that, and we come together as a team, it's very successful for us.
Introduce your wrestling team members here with us and tell us a little bit about them.
Okay, these two are Amy Velasco. She was my 144-pound state champion. And then here next to me is Trinity Matthews, who was 138-pounder, and she took a third on the podium. And these young ladies, they stood the challenge and stood up. I would mention also that we had one of our guys also place a seventh, but we're talking about the girls right now. But just wanted to let you know that we took about 9 or 8, and 8 of them made it to the podium. So we were pleased, and we did, like I said, they did what they had to do, and they believed.
Trinity, how did you get interested in the sport of wrestling?
Well, I heard on the announcements that they were going to do the first year of sanctioned girls wrestling. And I went around and I asked people, I asked some girls on our that are currently on our team. I was like, hey, do you guys want to try out together? And then we all showed up one day and we watched her practice and we got some more information about it. And then I just came back every day and I really got into it from that.
Wrestle at the 138 weight class. What's that competition like in that class?
I think that the weight class is pretty full. The girls in there, they're pretty fast and strong. And I think that there's a lot of them in all the schools. So I always have competition. But I think I've learned to keep up with them.
You work on in practice to prepare for your matches.
At practice, I try to wrestle as many people as possible. I try to wrestle people who are heavier than me, stronger than me, lighter than me, boys and girls. I think that the coaches try a lot to mix us up with people, so we get different kind of wrestling techniques, and I think that helps a lot because you never know how your opponent's going to wrestle.
Amy, who was the biggest influence on you to get in the sport of wrestling?
Well, it was actually my cousin that like kind of brought me into it. My cousin Angel, he had wrestled and he also won state and he influenced like my mom and that's how I came in with my cousin as well.
Does a state champion work on in practice to get ready for a match?
I feel like the most important thing that I usually do at practice is probably Coach Green's conditioning, and I struggle with that bad. But I feel like it has actually really helped me because noticing the people that I wrestle, they look really tired, and I that gives me like motivation to like keep going.
What area do you think shows the biggest improvement in your technique this year?
My technique, I feel like I improved a lot from last year, but my biggest improvement I think from this year was definitely like my mentality and how I saw things in wrestling.
And what was it feeling like to be the state champion in the 144 weight class?
Um, I'd say I still it doesn't feel real. Like I didn't even think I won that also like during that time, but it feels really good knowing that I did win it.
Coach Lafayette really celebrated the state champion there. I know you had a band there playing for you the other day to honor you. That had to be a big mental accomplishment for you and the team.
Yes, sir, it was the ability to be able to come and show the school that what we're capable of. We're also hoping that it helped to recruit some for next year, girls and guys to join the team. You know, because this is not a easy sport, especially where we are located. You know, basketball, football, and this minority sport. We got a lot done in this short year.
I'm sure you'll be recruiting well after winning state championship. Thank you, Coach
Well,
Green
we're trying.
and ladies. Thank you, and Trinity and Amy for being on the show.
Thank you for having us.
That's it for the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. At Whitaker Bank, you'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us at any of our conveniently located branches or go to whitakerbank.com to learn how Whitaker Bank can serve you. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Hey y'all, it's Josh. And Greg from Hicks & Funson, Kentucky Lawyers. Happy anniversary, Josh. Can you believe we've been fighting for and helping injured Kentuckians get justice and fair compensation for more than 7 years?
Yes, I can. And I hope y'all continue to trust us for the next 7 years. So if you or a family member have been injured or killed in a car wreck, a fall, or due to medical malpractice or nursing home neglect, call 859-777-7000 or visit honestfearless.com.
Kentucky, get your case done with Hicks & Funson.
From ADU homes and room additions to garage additions, take your home to the next level with distinctive design remodeling. Turn your basement from fine to fantastic. Upgrade your patio. Enjoy the outdoors longer in a new screened room. With this many finished projects, what are you waiting for? With distinctive design remodeling.
Hello, welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report. As we honor the Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week, she's Madeline Settles, a basketball player from George Rogers Clark High School. Welcome in the show, Madeline.
Thank you for having me.
You're a really good basketball player. How'd you get started playing the game of basketball?
So I started playing when I was about 4 years old. My dad introduced me to the game, and my older brothers played a little bit, so I just decided to start playing.
As a shooting guard, you have to be ready to score at all times. Do you have a favorite shot or area to shoot from on the floor?
I like the 3-point on the wing. That's my favorite. I'm able to move and get open for my guards and just be able to get ready to shoot.
As a senior leader, what advice do you give the younger players on the team?
Sometimes I just tell them to go out there and have fun. Sometimes I think people get all they get tense. So I think being able to just to tell them to go out there and have fun and play their game, that's my biggest thing.
It's great advice. That's exactly what I would tell someone playing. What's your favorite basketball win so far this year at GRC?
I'd probably say our game on Saturday. That was pretty fun. We played Bishop Brossart for the region championship, and just being able to go out there. They were a tough team, but we went out there, and I think we beat them by around 30. So it was a good win overall, and just being able to go out there and win another region championship for the 4th year in a row. That was pretty fun.
I like most about being on the basketball team there at GRC.
Just being able to play with these girls, it's just so fun. We have such a good group, such a fun group. So being able to play with this group of girls is super fun.
You're a multi-sport athlete, playing soccer, tennis, my sport, golf, as well as basketball. Do you have a favorite?
It's hard to pick from. I'd probably say either tennis or basketball.
Talk about your academic achievements. You're a really good student with a high GPA of 4.4. Do you have a favorite subject?
I'd probably say math. Math's my strongest suit. So yeah, I think I'm going to major in engineering. So
discuss a time management plan to excel at multiple sports and activities at Clark County.
I think just being able to know when to study and versus when it's time to play your game, being able to have the before and the after time to study and make sure you're in student athlete.
Congratulations on receiving the Otis Singletary Scholarship at UK. Talk about your interest in becoming a vet.
Thank you. It's a huge honor to have the Otis Singletary Scholarship. And so my plan go into biomedical engineering and then goes 4 years, go to vet school. And I just have always loved animals.
Thank you for being on the show, Madeline.
Thank you.
That's it for the Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report.
In this week's Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week, it's tournament time. We go to Rupp Arena for the KHSAA Girls Sweet 16 in the second round. Taylor County trying to contend with Douglas and Jaylee Knowles. Knowles driving and scoring. She'd have 21 points and 11 rebounds, sending the Lady Broncos to the semifinals with a 61-53 win. That's our Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and Prep Spin.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside.
Let us take care of you. With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
This year, I'm trying to ace my college bets on FanDuel. So I'm here with somebody smarter than any professor I ever had. What's up, Chuck GPT?
What's up, Chuck IRL?
What do you think about this parlay?
It's great, but why don't you use me for something you really need help with?
What does Charles Barkley really need help with?
Hundreds of results found.
Uh-oh.
Pronouncing alma mater.
What?
Remembering that there's no East Virginia. Conflict resolution. Free throw percentage.
New customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Learning the players' names.
Hello, welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report. As one of the Clark's Pump and Shop legend, he's Randy Wilson, Northern Kentucky sports broadcaster, with us today. Welcome to the Scholastic Ball Report, Randy.
Thanks, Gary. Great to see you again. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. I also worked on the Lexington Horsemen games. That's where a lot of people might remember your voice. Tell us about the Lexington Horsemen, what you remember about it.
Well, I love the Lexington Horsemen. I love the characters. We got to travel with the team. I thought it was funny because we're able to maybe talk a little bit more critically of the players since they were playing and they were older and they were professionals. But I used to always remember that.
Though.
What'd you say?
Getting paid, but not much, I might add.
Yeah, not much, not nearly enough. But I just remember some of the times when we would talk where somebody should have caught a pass or somebody should have thrown the ball a different way. That there were a lot of mamas listening back at home, and all those players used to tell me, "Now, you know what? Don't say anything that's going to make my mama mad at you." So I used to have to watch what I said during those Horseman games, but I loved it. I mean, I love those Horseman games. I love going to Sioux Falls, and we got hosed every time we went up there. And I know you remember the one incident. Now, Gary, I know that I'm a broadcaster, right? I know I have to control myself, but there was the one game in Sioux Falls I couldn't take it anymore. I threw my headset off and I said something I'm probably not proud of to the officials, and it did go out over the air from what I heard. So.
It was an offensive pass interference call, as I remember.
Yeah.
On a certain player.
Yeah, my one and only time that they probably had to hit the dump button for a couple seconds. So.
Randy, what do you see as sports trends that might impact high schools and college sports in the future of broadcasting?
Well, if you're talking about broadcasting in particular, I mean, I think there's a lot more avenues open for broadcasting now with the internet. There's a whole lot of schools that are doing their own thing. They're able to, because when we were doing it, we did game of the week, right? I mean, we didn't have the ability to go everywhere. But now, I mean, if you've got just a little bit of equipment, you can stream online, and I think it's great. I think it's more exposure to the kids. I would really like to see, and I think some high schools have done this, but I would really like to see high schools really get in the communication area and give their students an opportunity to actually get on the air. Some of the things I've been bouncing around, I don't know if it's ever going to come to fruition, Gary, but I've been thinking about maybe doing something where I get back on the air. It's been, 10 or almost 15 years now since I've been on the air, but just getting back on the air to maybe help in some way, shape, or form with some of the schools like Holmes, where I graduated from. Maybe to get on the air and get some kids involved to get their interest in communications. I think it would be great. Maybe get them interested in doing something in communications when they get out of high school, go into college. So I think there's a lot of opportunities there because of the streaming that's going on these days.
Randy, it's always good to see you and have you on the show. Thanks for being on, and it's been a great trip down memory lane with you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Gary. I appreciate it. I'll see you at one of the state tournaments here soon.
It's Randy Wilson. We'll be back on the Scholastic Ball Report.
North Laurel facing George Rogers Clark. These two teams combining for 23 straight wins. One of them going to the semifinals. First half, Cardinals going inside Sierra Byers. The ball fake and bucket. Byers with 10, GRC's up 3. Near the end of the first half, North Laurel's Mariella Claybrook plays beat the clock, the bucket, and the Jags trail 21-17. North Laurel would grab the lead briefly. Brooke Nicholson off the dribble handoff. She scored a game-high 22, but Clark County hangs on. Tay East drive, and won. She would have 9. The Cardinals advance to Saturday 50-43. Danville Christian and Henderson County will pick this one up in the 4th. The Colonels had led by as many as 13. Elia Quisenberry drives, gets the bucket. DCA would take the lead. She'd have 10. Off the inbounds pass, it's Grace Mugwa with the easy money basket down low. 1:09 to go. Nadia Abrams feeds Mugwa, the Louisville commit, with 32 points, 15 rebounds. Danville Christian moving on 60-55. So GRC and Douglas will play Saturday at 11. Danville Christian will face Sacred Heart at 1:30. The Valkyries beat Cooper tonight 78-61. The championship tips off tomorrow night at 7:30.
Whether because of discomfort, lack of mobility, your lifestyle, or occupation, you sit inactively way too many hours a day. Introducing Ellipse, the premium quality automatic seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation without physical strain or impact.
It is so quiet that none of my coworkers even know I'm using it.
Strengthen and tone your legs, increase your mobility, flexibility, and balance, plus stimulate healthy circulation.
My joints feel better, my knees feel better, my back feels better. It makes me feel stronger too.
Perfect for home therapy. Whisper quiet to use while you work.
My circulation is moving, I'm burning calories, and it makes me feel energetic.
Call now and order Ellipse, the seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation. Call and get upgraded to the Deluxe Bundle. Get the faster motor for 5 miles of steps per hour, the step counter, the sport mat, and wireless remote. Call now.
Well, that's a wrap for our show this week. Special thanks to our Scholastic Ball Report team. Prepsman's King of String, William Warfield. Joel Clace, our director. Executive producer, Bridget DeVries. WKYT sports staff are Brian Milam, Leakey Howard, and Lindsey Golf. Until next week, thanks for watching, and remember, for those you see and you don't see, keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by Mingy Beef Jerky, Clark's Pump and Shop, Whitaker Bank, Roberts Insurance, Crown Trophy, Sutherland Chevrolet, Rafferty's, Double Dogs, and by Prep Spin.